Dorsi do?
Bring your arm and abduction back towards the body of your body.
So adduction. It's the anti-abductor, right? So extension, adduction, medial rotation. So we're going to put the arm, we're going to have Nick put the arm in that position. So actually I'm going to have you keep your elbows straight, and I'm going to have you put your thumb towards the table. Okay, so that's going to be our slight medial rotation. Now I'd like you to bring your wrist up off the table, keeping your elbows straight. Now I'd like you to bring it in towards your side of bed. Good. And then go ahead and come back down. Now the first motion I'd have him do is just straight extension. So go ahead and lift your wrist off the table as far as you can without lifting your shoulder too high. Great. And come back down. Okay. Now I'm going to have you get back in that test position. So let's have you go ahead and lift up. And now scoot in towards, there you go. Okay, good. And his thumb is down. Can I have you come up just a little bit higher, please? There you go. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to push down and out, right? So I'm resisting the extension and the abduction. And relax. Good. Okay? Yeah, I know. So I clearly have a mechanical advantage there. But that's what you want, because the patient only has to do it once. We've got to do it 20 times in a day. Okay? So don't feel bad. That was all because of my... Don't hit that on video. Okay? So that's Latissimus dorsi. So if Nick had not been able to elevate into full extension, what position would he go into? If we needed to test him against with gravity eliminated? Sideline. Okay, so go ahead and go into sideline. You see, by putting him in sideline, now shoulder extension is happening in this plane. Okay? All right, go ahead and go back on your stomach. Sorry, Ish. Okay, so that's Latissimus dorsi. Thumb is towards the table. You're going to have them first extend. When you get in the test position, they extend and adduct, and we're getting the medial rotation simply because the thumb is pointing down. We're resisting the extension and the adduction by pushing into flexion and abduction. Okay? All right, next. Okay, you're just going to stay there for a second. I'm going to show everyone else. This one is a combo for rhomboids, trap, and levator scap. So what do those muscles all have in common? They're an shoulder elevator. What else do they do?
Retract.
They're a shoulder or a scapular adductor or a retractor. Okay, so you're going to have the patient get into this position. All right, yeah, I know. So you're going to have them up in this position, and you are looking for the scapula to elevate and retract. Okay, we're going to be applying resistance on the elbow again, but we're monitoring what's happening at the scapula. Okay, so what I would like you to do is you're going to have you bend your elbow, and then I'm going to have you elevate your shoulder up towards your head. There you go. And then I'm going to have you squeeze your shoulder blade in like this. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and relax. Right now you're kind of tilted towards me because I'm talking to you, so that's a logical thing to do. I'd like you to go ahead and put your head straight down and try not to lift your whole torso up off, but only your shoulder blade. So I'm going to have you get back into that position. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and relax. I'm going to resist the elevation by pushing down here. I'm going to resist the adduction by pulling out here. Okay? Now again, we're basically fixing the glenohumeral joint by asking him to stay in that position. So if he has weak medial parascapular muscles, it's not that his arm's going to chicken wing on me because we've asked him to fix that. You're going to see his scapula come out. Okay? So go ahead and get in that position for me. Up here and squeezy. There you go. Okay. Stop. Relax. Go ahead and relax all the way. There you go. So, let's have you go up towards your nose with your shoulder first. Elevate. There. Now we're going to have you pinch your shoulder blade back. He doesn't like that combination. Go ahead and relax. And you all laugh. There's going to be more of you who can't do that. When we get to parascapular muscles, Americans just have really poor motor control of this area because we spend way too much of our life here doing paperwork, being on computers. And so what happens is the muscles in our upper back get lengthened and they're weak. And we don't don't control them very well. So in all honesty, I would not do this manual muscle test on him because he can't get in the test position. Okay? So I would give him less than a 3 out of 5, and I would then go into intervention with him and work on his control. Now I would probably do this in sitting and work on just having him move his shoulder blade, and we would work on doing some scapular clocks and some other things just to do motor control on him. It's not that his strength is necessarily weak, he just doesn't have the motor control to get into that test position. Okay? So we're going to pretend that you can do a great job of that. So I'm going to have you come up for me. Up, there you go. And then we have you pinch back. So again, I mean, he has a lot of muscle. It's just a matter of control. So hold it there. I'm going to try to push you down and out, and don't you let me, okay? And relax. So his scapular retraction is really good. It's the retraction and elevation that's a little bit tricky for him. Okay? So that one is the combo of the rhomboids, traps, and levator.
Are you just making sure the scapula doesn't move?
Right.
The monitor? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to pull it out by pulling on his elbow. And then I'm trying to push him down into depression. Okay? All right, so that's the combo one. That's the tricky one. And so we'll be sure to pay attention there. We're going to go on to do middle trap. Here we're going to have thumb up. Okay? So again, go ahead and relax. We're going to be monitoring his scapula. So I'm going to have you straighten out your arm, thumb up, and go ahead and retract, pull your shoulder blade in. Okay, go ahead and relax for me. You are getting a lot of that by horizontally abducting. Okay? I want you to do it all with your shoulder blade, and your humerus is just along for the ride. Okay? Yeah, great, that's perfect. Okay, do you see the difference? He was leading with the humerus before, and now he's leading with the shoulder blade. Okay? It's kind of cruel to put him in the test position and then stand there and talk for a while and then manual muscle test him. Okay? So the key here is that the thumb is up. When we get to the low back after our first exam, you're going to learn that you can isolate rhomboids by doing it thumb down. So that's going to matter. I'm trying to get rid of gonna out of my vocabulary and it's not working very well. Okay, you ready? Okay, so go ahead. You're so funny. I could not get you to elevate your shoulder to save my soul, and now when you're retracting, you're elevating. So for this one, you don't want him to elevate because we don't want him using his upper trap. So I'm going to put my hand here. Go ahead and squeeze your shoulder blade in towards my finger. Okay. I'm going to put you right there. Great. Now hold it there and don't let me push your hand down. And relax. Good. So that's middle trapezius. Now for the lower trapezius, the fibers are going here. So what does the lower trap do? Depresses the scapula, and it's still going to be doing a little bit of adduction. Okay? So now we're going to put the arm in line with the fibers. Okay? And what I want you to do now is to squeeze your shoulder blade in and then push it down. Yeah. Okay. And then put your head back down for me. And we're going to lift up. There you go. Oh, you're a little tight. Okay, relax. Come over towards me. So he can't get himself level. He can't get his arm level to the table because he has some other tightness going on. So I'm going to bring him over. So again, this is thumb up. Go ahead and squeeze in. Push down. Perfect. Hold it there. Now, go ahead and relax. Let's try to keep your torso down and just move your shoulder blade. Okay. There you go. Okay. Do it again. In and down. And arm up. And hold it there. And relax. Good. Okay. So, we did lats with extension and adduction, and I'm pushing down and out. We're doing the combo of all the medials, so levator scap, rhomboid. What's the third one on that list? Your upper trap? Oh, it just says trap. Okay. So you're going to go in and up, and then this one you're resisting here, right? Okay, so that was the second one we did. Then middle trap is here, making sure he doesn't elevate, and he's retracting his shoulder blade. And then we're coming here, thumb is up, he's retracting and depressing to get lower trap. Okay, so those are the 4 that we've covered. And I think those might be, I shouldn't speak.
Those are the last ones.
Okay, cool. All right, so those are our last 4 for the shoulder. So let's do those.